Don't get me wrong, I like making fun of Angular as much as the next guy, but I gotta be honest. The recent rounds of changes the library is experiencing these days are actually pretty interesting. Let me explain. If you are like me, you have a pretty strong opinion about Angular. Yes, it is a powerful, popular framework, yes, it is backed by a very talented team, and yes, it offers a level of stability and scalability suited for big, serious projects. However, building Angular apps is really annoying at times. Between modules, components, directives, services, observables, and a handful of other concepts, it usually feels like you are working more on Angular than on your own product. I know, safety and stability come at a cost, and you'll find other similar opinionated frameworks out there, but I can't help but notice that Angular is unnecessarily complicated in a world where modern web frameworks are becoming fundamentally simpler these days. Or, at least, this was the case until a few months back. Starting with Angular 14, something interesting started to happen. First, they introduced the standalone APIs, which meant we are now able to build Angular apps without relying on ng modules. Groundbreaking, I know. In all seriousness, this was a big effort, and props to the dev team because they were willing to adjust their core architecture to allow devs to work with HTTP client, Angular elements, or the router in a much more streamlined manner. Next, in Angular 16, they made yet another big change. Angular's reactivity is based on the ZoneJS library, which can be pretty quirky at times. Popular frameworks with bad reactivity are actually more common than you'd think. I'm looking at you, React. But more modern approaches popped up in the meantime. Signals are probably one of the more elegant solutions out there, and Angular is now exploring them as an alternative to ZoneJS. So, somehow, Angular is becoming simpler. Now, in all fairness, Angular has a good track record of introducing big changes in their codebase to improve performance or the dev experience. It wasn't that long ago when they replaced the Vue engine with Ivy, a performant compilation and rendering pipeline. Of course, Angular is also famous for completely rewriting the framework when moving from version 1 to 2. In the past week, yet another major change was announced via request for comments post. Angular is considering adding a new templating syntax with built-in control flow, which could potentially replace the established structural directives. So, if previously you would have iterated over a list of items using this code, now you will be able to use this Svelte-inspired style. This new syntax exposes some useful variables such as index, first, last, even, and odd, and, more importantly, offers devs an easy solution to handle scenarios when the iterated list is empty. Of course, these changes apply for if statements, which end up looking much cleaner, and to switch statements as well. The Angular team is planning to build more functionality on top of this new foundation, so I expect that the built-in control flow will become the default solution in the upcoming years. What can I say? It looks like soon enough we won't be able to bash Angular for its rigidity, so we'll need to find another framework to bully. Until next time, thank you for watching.